Right, our rule when we have the same bases and we're multiplying, we add our exponents. When we have the same bases and we're dividing, we subtract the exponents. When we're raising something to a power, we multiply our exponents. And when we have a negative exponent, it can be rewritten by moving it to the denominator and making the exponent positive. So, remember that when you have something like this variable that's just the variable with no exponent, there's really a 1 there. So we're going to be putting together this m and this m squared. That's going to make m to the third. The 7 and the 8 just get multiplied together, and the v doesn't have any bases that match with it, so it just stays v to the fifth. Number 2, for this 4 really has a 1 here as an exponent, so that 3 gets distributed to all of the exponents. So it's going to be 4 to the third, x to the 9th, y to the 15th. 4 to the third power means 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. So we do want to go ahead and write that out. Number 3, these exponents are going to get subtracted, so it'll be k to the 8th. This part with the coefficients, we just treat like a normal fraction and we simplify. 35 divided by 5 gives us 7. So the coefficient is going to be 7. Number 4, and we have to do this one in pieces. This 2 goes to every exponent that's on the inside. So it becomes negative 2 to the second, a to the 12th, b to the second, c to the 6th. When I square the negative 2, that becomes 4. And now I'm multiplying this by negative 5ab squared. And I want to remember that there's a 1 here. So the 4 and the negative 5 get multiplied together. A to the 12th and a to the 1st makes a to the 13th. B squared and b squared makes a to the 4th, and then the c to the 6th. For number 5, we're subtracting the 16 and the 4 to get 12. The 2 and the 2 gives me s to the 0, and the 3rd and the 8th gives me t to the negative 5. Because of the negative, I can put the t in the denominator and make it to the positive 5. R to the 12th stays in the top, and anything to the 0 power means it's 1, so the s just cancels out because s to the 0 is 1. Number 6, we're going to have to simplify this first. Negative 3 to the second is 9, and k to the 6th raised to the second is k to the 12th. In the bottom, we're going to multiply our coefficients to get 15, and we're going to put our k to the thirds together by adding. We get k to the 6th. Now we need to simplify. We're going to simplify this fraction. 3 goes into the top 3 times and into the bottom 5 times. I'm going to subtract k to the 12th minus 6 gives me k to the 6th. Number 7, we're going to simplify inside first to make this a little bit easier on ourselves. 4 over 6 simplifies to 2 over 3. M to the 4th over m to the 5th gives me m to the negative 1. And n to the 2nd over n to the 1st is n to the 1st. All of this is going to be raised to the 2nd, but I'm going to finish simplifying inside first. So I have 2n over 3m, and it all gets raised to the 2nd power. 2 to the 2nd is 4, n squared. 3 to the 2nd is 9, m squared. Number 18. We need to simplify this part first. So this part staying the same. This will become x squared, y to the 6th. And then this says minus 13x squared, y to the 10th. So I'm going to focus on this part next. I have negative 2y to the 10th x squared minus 13x squared y to the 10th. This exponent and this exponent match, and so do this one and this one. That means these are like terms, so I can put them together because their variables and exponents match each other. If these variables and exponents didn't match, I would not be able to put them together. Number 9, we're going to simplify this part first. We get negative 1 over 4, and then we're going to do our variables. 2 minus negative 1 gives me 3, and 8 minus 2 gives me 6. Number 10, we need to simplify the bottom first. So a to the negative 4th, b to the negative 4th. And then we're going to subtract. 12 minus negative 4 is 16. Negative 3 minus negative 4 is 1. Next, we're going to distribute. Here we're going to distribute. And then we're going to simplify as much as we can. All the negatives need to go to the bottom. So I'm going to have 2 squared in the bottom, which is 4. I'm going to have v squared in the bottom. And I'm going to have v to the 21st in the bottom. And 6 to the 3rd is 216. I can put these v's together. So then 216 over 4v to the 23. And then I want to see if I can simplify this at all. I can divide the top and bottom by 4, so the v to the 23rd will be in the bottom, and then in the top I'm going to have 54. Next, we've got this simplify on the inside first, so there's a 3 in the bottom, negative 7 minus negative 2 gives me negative 5. 1 minus 5 gives me negative 4. Finish simplifying in the bottom by moving some stuff around. The C's and the D's are going to go to the bottom. And then we're going to multiply that 4 times all of our exponents.